and I didn't have to learn to sing. I sang extremely well. It sounds very conceited, but it happens to be true. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the chorus rehearsal room at the Royal Opera House. As you can see, it is a rehearsal room. It's not greatly auspicious. The thing that I would like to say is that it is pretty dry for singing. I mean, obviously, if you can imagine your all chorus, and there will be at least that number of people in some of the Covent Garden choruses, you don't need a rich acoustic. You need acoustic whereby whoever is working with the chorus has clarity. And that's what you've got in this room. But you don't have very much generosity. I'm saying that because, I mean, I know with being a singer myself, I mean, acoustics can be very off-putting, fantastic, or whatever. This is not a marvelous acoustic, so I'll just say that for a start. And I should introduce to you Jeremy Silver, who's going to really do all the hard work this afternoon as our accompanist and pianist. So without further ado, we're going to start the afternoon. Richard Morrison, and he's going to start off with Belcore's aria from L'Elisir d'Amore Donizetti.
Forse il pomo alla più bella mia diletta villanella, io ti porgo questi fior, ma di lui più glorioso, più di lui felice sono, poiché in premio del mio dono, poiché in premio del mio dono ne riporto il tuo bel cor. Leggo chiaro in quel visino, io fo breccia nel tuo petto. Non è cosa sorprendente, son calante e son sargente, non va bella che resista alla vista d'un cimiero, c'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre dell'amor, c'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre dell'amor, c'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre, c'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre dell'amor.
Okay, I think you can do it. I think you can do it differently, okay? For me, I find that a bit much of a muchness, okay? There's not a great deal that one can do with this aria, but I find that a bit I think it's great. It's good, solid singing. It's right. I think you could do more.
Yeah.
I would play the first verse, in which he's just saying, presenting over the flower, like that. Right. Be more yeah, it needs just a little more kind of lyricism, romanticism to it.
Yes,
Yeah, right. And then the second verse, then you got the guerriero, Dio guerriero, but you know, then you can really show your colors and show that D'Amore is reliant on the god of war, really.
Porsi il pomo alla più bella.
I'm going to stop you. Can you not don't dig in so hard. All right.
Okay.
Number one, this is difficult because you've got to stand there and you go, yeah, pop, 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 pop. I mean, that's never going to happen on a stage. I mean, this is unnatural. It makes it, actually, it's more difficult to sing. When something would be happening on stage, you could maybe choose your own time. You could move and then sing, yeah? But you're stuck there. It's a little bit difficult for that. You gotta, but if you dig it, come, papa, come, just go in.
I'll take my jacket off for this.
That's right. I think that's a good idea.
It's so hot, it's unbelievable.
Again, and not yeah. Find the line, loads of line and legato. The thing is, it's like a gesture, all right? You make the gesture with the voice. I mean, you could, and you do see singers doing that on the stage. You know, if they gesture to the music. I mean, fortunately, it's not. We don't see it so much in this day and age. But I mean, you have to do that.
Yeah.
That's the gesture you want in the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come parige mesoso, porsi il pomo alla più bella.
Yes.
Mia diletta villa nera, io ti porgo questi fior.
Yeah.
Ma di lui più glorioso, più di lui felice sono, poiché in premio del mio dono, poiché in premio del mio dono ne riporto il tuo bel cor.
That's it. Now I like that much better.
Yeah.
All right. Now look. Sono poiché premio del dono. Then poiché il premio del mio dono. I'm not singing all the wrong notes, but give yourself more space there.
Yeah. Yes,
Don't
I'm
rush
rushing a
on.
wee bit.
Yeah. And don't, again, make that elegant. We've
Yes.
got a kind of decoration on the top, whatever it is, yeah. But try and make that, rather than so it's just like a scale,
Yeah.
give it a little bit of elegance.
Sure.
Then take your time. Poiché in premio del mio dono and again,
Okay.
yeah, lovely. Can we pick it up from? Ma di lui più glorioso.
Ma di lui più glorioso.
Small thing. Ma di lui. Can you keep that broader.
Yeah,
A little
it's
bit
a bit
broader.
tight, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Match it up with the ma. Ma di lui mia baba tira.
Ma di lui più glorioso, più di lui felice sono, poiché in premio del mio dono, poiché in premio del mio dono ne riporto il tuo bel cuor. Leggo chiaro in quel visino, io fo breccia nel tuo petto. Non è cosa sorprendente.
Do that. Non è cosa sorprendente. Yeah, again. You're looking all the time for...
Yeah, just capitalizing on
You're
these
looking for, this man, I mean, he's it.
Yeah.
He's it. That's all it is. And that, you need that, so every opportunity you get to just tip the balance, to just show what a glorious creature you are, yeah? And that you do with the voice. Okay, so let's go from Veggo chiaro del quel visino.
Veggo chiaro in quel visino, io fo breccia nel tuo petto. Non è cosa sorprendente. Son calante e son sargente, non va bella che resista alla vista.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. No. You don't go anywhere. You sing la vita. Yeah. The top note doesn't exist.
Okay.
All you're singing is the C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Da ba bi ba 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 ba.
Non va bella che resista alla vista d'un cimiero, c'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre dell'amor.
Yeah. All right. We won't work too much on this now. We'll stop that. All right. But you have to. That's what you really need to feel all the way. Not by driving it hard, but just with the just with the uplift of it. Yeah. Do me the end now.
C'è di amate Dio guerriero, fina madre.
Now let's try and sort that out.
Yeah.
Try and keep it so it doesn't sound as if you have to breathe.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay.
Okay? A little bit more elegant. That's what I want. Ready?
C'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre dell'amor. C'è di amarte Dio guerriero, fina madre.
Again, longer.
Yeah,
Longer. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? That last one. That's a very, very fast breath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In disguising the breath, I forgot to breathe.
Right, I know. All right, but it's got to be fast. It's got to be. All right. Then you've got to make it sound. You've got to make it sound as if it's some kind of artistic happening going on. All right.
Right. Okay.
If you have, disguise it. Okay. Jump, but jump.
C'è già Marte, Dio guerriero, fin la madre. C'è già Marte, Dio guerriero, fin la madre dell'amor.
Yeah, is that written in? Or were you just making it up? It didn't quite end.
No.
Just do that end bit again for me. The cadenza. I never sung this one.
Okay. C'è già Marte, Dio guerriero, fin la madre dell'amor.
You need to go.
Yeah, it used to be more
you know, but you know, you don't do that. It kind of has to have that.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have that.
Yeah. Try it once again.
C'è già Marte, Dio guerriero.
Yeah, again. It's like a, you know, it's like your forehand or your backhand. It's a real, you need to follow through on it, yeah?
Okay. C'è già Marte, Dio guerriero, fin la madre dell'amor.
That's better, yeah. Well done, Richard.
I've always had a bit of a negative feeling about them. I've done a few masterclasses, and they can often turn into because there's always a celebrity giving a masterclass like this, and people, they're usually big stars who have had great careers, and you can often become a bit of the stooge to the celebrity, and that happens with quite famous people. But Ben is fantastic. That was a great experience.
In some ways, it's a very questionable exercise, because how much can you help people in, what, half an hour? A few minutes, and you just hope that all the time, because I know there are lots of things that I have to say, which I've learned. You know, the one thing that I was a performer. I was a real performer and communicator. Whether I was the best singer in the world or what, certainly not. But I certainly was a communicator, and that's what I've learned. And I think that is the value. Well, of doing anything. That's what performance is all about. There's no point performing unless you're going to communicate something.
What you realise when you meet someone of Ben's stature as an artist is the energy, how much energy is required. But not just a general energy, but a specific, well thought out application of energy as a performer. And you know, you think, well, I can sing this, I know I can sing it quite nicely, and you have some ideas, and you think often that you're communicating your ideas, but actually more often than not, you're not doing anything like enough. And someone like Ben makes you realise exactly how much you have to do. And if you just look at how much energy he has, you know, it's fantastic. So that's the most valuable aspect of it.
And now Cari Searle. Cari's going to sing something which I don't know, and so I look forward to hearing it. It's the Musetta's aria from Leoncavallo's La Bohème.
Oggi, oh, forza,
Certainly a very different animal from the Puccini Rosetta. Right, okay, Cari, let's go back. Let's go back right to the beginning of the aria as such. Right, now, what I feel it needs to be. Again, singing is, in my mind, nearly always a gesture of some sort, and it has to be in the voice. And now we're in the height of romantic Italian opera writing, so it needs to be, it's a bit, for me, a little bit step by step, a little bit note by note, yeah? Oh, no, go from a bit before, that's hard to start there. Non ne posso più, that.
Non ne posso Marcello mio, non stare ad aspettarmi.
Non stare ad aspettare, non stare ad aspettare. Whichever you do. Not too many gaps, even with the double consonant there. The aspettarmi, more. Well, I don't know what you're playing. A cello. I don't know. You're playing, or maybe a violin. Doesn't matter what it is. But it's kind of like a stringed instrument. Yeah.
Marcello mio, non stare ad aspettarmi.
Yes.
Esco se ritornar potrò. Mi tormenta il fame.
Now you can do that better. Potrò. Mi tormenta la fame. It needs now more. Now it needs loads of heart and passion, and use that syncopated mi tormenta. Yeah, can we go again? Same thing. Marcello mio. It's lovely.
Marcello mio, non stare ad aspettarmi. Esco se ritornar potrò. Mi tormenta il fame e per distrarmi.
More time. E per distrarmi. Yeah, keep it. Now you've got the feeling. You need to keep it. Mi tormenta la fame.
Mi tormenta la fame.
Goodness, now that's for me. That's grab that gap. Mi tormenta la fame. Go quicker to the E. Yeah, okay. So that one doesn't have the feeling of that fifth is a bit. For me a little bit too much of a gap in it. Go quicker in the brain to the E.
Mi tormenta il fame e per distrarmi e volevar vagando me ne va.
Now she looks out the window and sees the dome of. Again, make that. Again, bend it. You're in Italy now. You're not Baroque or whatever it is, but you're free. You don't feel you've got to find a way of singing it. To say, whatever you want, just bend. Lovely. More consonant. Yeah. Mabaglia. Double B, ma, and double M too on the start.
Mabaglia, e perché la mia mente insana tristi consigli venga sussurrar.
Venga even more, act it even more. Tristi consigli.
Tristi consigli venga sussurrar.
Yes.
Va se merletto non costare.
No, yeah. And you doubled in the piano, but it's a piano and it'll be strings or something like that. Va se merletto non costare. Yeah.
se il merletto non costasse tanto, se certo almeno il cor fosse ogni
Can I feel now that that's going more? That you're going to there. I get so that that's where you're going. I get bogged down in the first part of the phrase.
Right.
Yeah, it's that same once it gets in a da part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pedante.
So every time you get the opportunity, you sing with that Italian style of legato.
Ma se il merletto non costasse tanto, se certo almeno il cor fosse ogni or non ti scriverei con questo pianto.
It's too ordinary, too ordinary. And whatever it is, yeah? It's kind of too ordinary.
Or non ti scriverei con questo pianto che t'amo, t'amo, e per l'addio ti do così.
I think you probably need a la ti do. You got that sforzando against you in the orchestra. No, in the cantomo, tomo. I know I'm not singing the right notes, but go from the tomo. They get a bit they get a bit stuck. They get a bit ledges, you know, like being on ledges. Or non ti scriverei.
Or non ti scriverei con questo pianto che t'amo, t'amo, e per l'addio ti do così. L'addio ti do.
We should stop there. We should stop there. We'll do the
You get a lot of insight into the music that maybe your teacher or your own coach at college or wherever can't give you, because it's a new pair of ears listening to what you're doing. And if you're singing something that you've sung a lot, I think it's important to get more information from someone else, especially in my instance, the Leoncavallo. I've sung it for people before, but I've never had anyone really delve into the music that much and give me more romanticism with it. They've said, "Oh yes, it's very beautifully sung," you know, and he sort of gave that bit more romanticism to it. So it felt like it was a part, it was a role, rather than just an aria that I was singing.
I think sometimes they should forget about singing and voice all the time, and really think about what they're doing and how they want to say it. Singers are very strange. I mean, unlike instrumentalists, they seem to always be tied to coaches. And so many singers seem to rely on repetiteurs, coaches, conductors, whoever, to tell them what they're going to do. And I think if they can, and there's something that's just happened, so somehow they're lulled into that. And I really think it's not so difficult. I think they have to start thinking for themselves instead of saying, right, I'm doing this kind of opera. Benjamin Britten, right, I'll go to Benjamin Luxon. He did a lot of it, or so-and-so John Swift, or Bob Tier, or whoever's left, or Dame Janet, whoever's left with you. But instead of that, I think they should be thinking, right, I'm going to find out first what I want to do with this piece. Peter Auty. And he's going to sing Tom Rakewell's aria from the beginning of the Rake's Progress.
Here I stand, my constitution sound, my frame not ill-favored, my wit ready, my heart light. I play the industrious apprentice in a copybook. I submit to the drudge's yoke. I slave for a lifetime to enrich others, and then be thrown away like an ordbone. Not I, have not grave doctors assure us that good works are of no avail, for heaven predestines all. In my fashion I may profess myself of the party, and herewith entrust myself to fortune.
Okay, we do that again. Okay, now we need to find him a little bit more. What we have to find in the opera is we have to find this young man totally presentable, okay, as he says. And we have to find him fresh. And we have to see him destroyed by Nick Shadow, the devil, by whatever, by his own gullibility and so on and so forth. But we've got to find, here I stand, tiriam pampa, pira pari. We need to feel this young man looking out there, the whole world is his oyster, genuinely. Yeah? And so it needs to have a bit more of a lift to it. Yeah? Here I stand by. Hi, da 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 dum, ba da 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 dum. Hi, da 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 dum. Hi, da 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 da. Not I. It's that feeling. No way, baby. So it needs to be. You need to pick him up, make him fresh and exuberant and optimistic and everything. Great. That's all.
Here I stand, my constitution sound, my frame not ill-favored, my wit ready, my heart right. I play the industrious apprentice in a copybook. I submit to the drudge's yoke. I slave for a lifetime to enrich others, and then be thrown away like an ordbone. Not I, have not grave doctors.
And you want to be quicker now. Not I, have not grave doctors. Then comes the rationale. Okay.
Yes.
Have not grave doctors. Well, look, you know it yourself. Have not. So you want to get not I, have not grave doctors. You need to be straight in there, very much on that. Have not grave doctors. Have not grave doctors. And now comes a whole series of rationalization. Yeah. They made the point. Yeah. Great. That's it. That's much better. I play the industrious apprentice in a copybook. I submit to the judge's yoke. I slay through a lifetime to enrich others and then be thrown away like a gnawbone. Yeah, we need to find all of it. I slay for a lifetime to what for? To enrich others and then be thrown away like a gnawbone. Not I, have not grave doctors. Yep, go again.
Here I stand, my constitution sound, my frame not ill-favored, my wit ready, my heart light. I play the industrious apprentice in a copybook. I submit to the drudge's yoke. I slave through a lifetime to enrich others, and then be thrown away like an odd bone. Not I, have not grave doctors assure us that good works are of no avail, for heaven
Yeah, but now, somehow you're looking, have not grave doctors, it's not this one. It's not the frowner. Have not grave doctors, it's different. No, come on, it's obvious. Yeah? Rather than, have not grave doctors, it's not that kind of thought. It's not thinking, yes, what the doctors said to me, yes, they said, and blah, 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 blah. It's not, have not grave doctors assure us that somebody says, no avail. Come on, everyone knows this. Open, obvious. That's the feeling. Take him up and not that. Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah?
Not I, have not grave doctors assure us that good works are of no avail, for heaven predestines all. In my fashion I may profess myself of their party, and herewith entrust myself to fortune. Since it is not by merit we rise or we fall, but the favour of fortune that governs us all, that governs us all. Why should I labour for what in the end she will give me for nothing, if she be my friend? While, if she be not, why, the wealth I might gain for a time by my toil would at last be in vain, would at last be in vain. Till I die head of a fever or by lightning and struck, let me live by my wits and trust to my luck, and trust to my luck. My life lies before me, the world is so wide. Come, wishes, be possess, this beggar shall ride. This beggar shall ride. I had money.
Repo. Hi. Great. Now, you want to keep aggression out of him. All right. Shall ride. It's not one. Shall ride. It's that one. Yeah. Don't get him to. You're very strong. You're a strong figure physically. Okay. And you don't want to get that feeling with him. Not this man. You can use that later in the opera, but at the beginning it's got to be that, and you've got to think it's like that. No doubts, no problems, just exuberance. Can we do? Now, watch out for the rests. They're cutting off. Don't take them so literally. While, if she be not, why, the wealth I might gain, for a time I my toil would at last be in vain. So that you keep, the way you sang that, I lost the sense. The words are quite difficult to understand, in actual fact. So you need to really help any audience by the way you sing them so that they're absolutely as clear as they possibly can be by what you do with them. Okay, can we do the aria again?
Since it is not by merit we rise or we fall, but the favour of fortune.
Now, that's too ordinary. We rise or we fall, but the favour. We rise or we fall, but the favour. But another thought. That's not that. But the favour. So fine. So that we see. In that way, we see very clearly his thinking. Yeah, we see it happening as well as hear it. Yeah.
Since it is not by merit we rise or we fall, but the favour of fortune that governs us all, that governs us all.
Yeah. That governs us all. I wouldn't take that governs us all. I wouldn't take that so literally. That governs us all. That lighter on the way you clip the rests.
Yeah.
I think that's a. Let's go on from there. Governs us all.
Why should I labour for what in the end she will give me for nothing if she be my friend? While if she be not, why the wealth I might gain for a time by my toil would at last be in vain, would at last be in vain. Till I die then of fever, or by lightning am struck, let me live by my wits, and trust to my luck, and trust to my luck.
Can you go through that one? Let me live by wits and trust to my luck, and trust to my luck. Yeah, try and just for once.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit. Since I die, then by lightning I'm struck. Let me live. Then a little bit more warmth into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this is a very angular writing in a way. Yeah, although I think it's great, but somehow you need to, but your fever by lightning I'm struck, and then bring the legato back in.
Yeah.
So you have as much color, yeah, as you can get within this kind of writing. Yeah, can we do that? Peter, can we do that? That second verse almost.
Till I die then of fever, or by lightning I'm struck, let me live by my wits, and trust to my luck, and trust to my luck. My life lies before me, the world is so wide.
Again, I'm stopping you again. My life lies before me, the world, again, another thought. Yeah, you have to really get these, so that when you sing them and and on stage, all the thoughts come very differently. We hear the thoughts.
Yeah.
At the moment it's going off, my life lies before me, the world is round, the sun is shining, I'm going to be sick in a minute. They're all going along about at the same level, and you need to anticipate that with the brain. Yeah. Same place again, please.
Till I die then of fever, or by lightning I'm struck, let me live by my wits, and trust to my luck, and trust to my luck. My life lies before me, the world is so wide. Come, wishes me, horses, this beggar shall ride. This beggar shall ride.
Great. Now, I would ask only one thing. This beggar shall ride. This beggar shall ride. No riff. Okay? Don't spread the tempo there, because you've got nothing under you, and it just needs da 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 dee ba pam pam pa. It needs to keep the rhythmical impetus going right to the very end. Great, thank you.
He's inspired when he comes to describing how he wants the character of a certain role. I think with my Tom Rakewell I was slightly too aggressive, so he wanted to lighten that off, and I've taken that point on board. I don't know whether I did while I was actually in the masterclass. There's a lot of things going on in your mind at that time, and often it's more useful just to listen to what Ben says when he's taking someone else through their paces.
Good music sound, or good performances sound in many ways as if you're hearing something for the first time, and you hear it like that. Or, when you've heard it, you think, well, yes, that was pretty good. I mean, I like Luciano a little bit better, maybe. Or you don't think any of that. You think, great, that was it. You don't think, in actual fact, you accept what you've been given. And that's this business of thinking, so that everything doesn't sound as if you've sung the aria 600 times, or you've rehearsed it or worked on it and got it all worked out. It then sounds suddenly as if it's happening at that time. I must conclude and say thank you to all our 3 young singers, Richard, Peter and Cari, who I wish them well in their futures, and I'm sure they'll have good futures. One should never say anything like that, because you never do ever know. You never know what's around the corner for you. I've learned that lesson extremely well. But I do wish you great success, and I hope we all meet again somewhere along the road. And I would like to thank Jeremy very much for all his support. There we go. I've stopped singing now. There are too many, but I can still sing, and I can still sing pretty well. And I've just come back from Japan. I've done the magic flute over there, but the enjoyment's gone out of it for me, and it's too frightening now. A lot of the time, I get scared, and I don't like being scared. And the problem is, as a performer, if I'm scared, I'll communicate it, in some way or other. And I don't hear well enough when lots of things are happening. I mean, today, for instance, that's very different. I hear, my hearing aid hears very well. But when there are lots of things happening, and the orchestra's in the pit, and all those kind of things, it's just too confusing. And I hate being on my own. I feel very much an isolated unit up there, and I can't enjoy what's happening around me enough. So it's time to call it a day.
Perché mi conoscete, parlate voi, parlate chi siete.